Hi, my name is Harlem, and today I'll just be going over this short video. And basically, I'll be talking about how to get in harmony with what you want by using the laws of attraction. I'm going to give you some of my top 10 techniques on how to manifest quickly and the things we can do to really start affirming and to bring in the laws of attraction on a daily basis. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go over what the law of attraction is. The law of attraction is, quite frankly put, that like attracts like. Whatever we think, we manifest. So what this means, if we have negative thoughts, we will bring negative experiences because we have negative vibrations. Now, in order to attract what we want, we need to raise those vibrations. And the way we do that is by thinking positively and to speaking things into a fluid situation, which means that instead of saying, I want, you say I have. And certain little changes like that. The first tip that I'm going to give you is that everything is energy. Whether we touch, feel, smell, hear, see, taste, whatever it is, it all carries its own vibration, which means that it has its own frequency. And if it's something that you want, you just have to learn how to raise vibrations in order to get to what you want. Now, and you could do this in different ways. The first thing that remember is that you have to put in your head is the fact that there is no separation between you and the things that you want. In other words, if you think there's going to be an obstacle, there will be an obstacle. But if you write it as, as a positive affirmation, as it's happening currently, there are no obstacles. So instead of saying, damn, I wish I had, $1 million, say, I am a millionaire, and so on and so forth. But the only difference is it's the vibrational frequency between what you have and what you want. Okay, so number 2 is focus alignment and physical body. We do this by maintaining a good vibrations, by having a good diet, by exercising, by maintaining wellness, by not poisoning our bodies, because it's really important, because what we feel in our bodies transmits to what we feel in our head, and what we feel in our head transmits to the vibrations that we put out. So if you're filling your body with junk and trash, you're not going to have any high vibrations. So it's very important to maintain good appetite, good diet, exercise, take care of your body, take care of your health, in any way possible, in any way that particularly pertains to yourself. When you feel well, your vibrations are high and you match your law of attraction frequency. Number 3 is focus your frequency alignment to physical, emotional, and spiritual health, right? So affirm your dreams and desires as if in the current moment. This is what we were speaking about earlier in this video. So which means that I won't say I will be successful, you say I am successful. Those little key changes are what really set apart to raise the vibrations. Because remember, once we think it, we feel it. And when we feel it, we become it. So, and this is just really retraining your brain and to think positively. I know this is hard for a lot of people. We go through millions of negative thoughts every day, whether it's, the bus being late, or, we get into an argument with our spouse, or whatever the situation may be for the day. It's really important to take that and to cut those situations short, allow yourself to feel and get rid of it, because it's not going to aid you. So, let go of negative emotions, bring yourself in alignment with the positive. So what I like to do is whenever we have a negative incantation to something, it's very important to turn it around and to remind yourself of something positive. Like, okay, for instance, like one day I was running late to work, and instead of focusing on me being late, I turn around, okay, I'm going to get there 5 minutes late, but I'll be productive. I'm going to have the most productive day of my life. And sure enough, that I might have been late that day at work, but instead of reaching repercussions, I was extremely, positive. And in the outcome, I had one of the most amazing days at work ever. So, that brings us to number 4, are another thing that we need to remember to keep is patience. Everything happens at its own time. Certain goals take longer than others to achieve. Certain goals happen overnight. That doesn't mean that the law of attraction isn't working. It just means that it has a gestation period. It's what we ask for is how we digest it and then how we manifest it. So, everything has its own time frame. So some things might happen overnight, other things might take months, another thing might take years. But the thing is, as long as you keep that positive mind frame and keep those vibrations going and make sure that you do everything within your power to reach those goals and affirmations, then, they're definitely coming. It's just as to when. And it's very important, too, to also, on a side note, not to keep thinking about the things that you want. Like, you don't think about, you do your affirmations or you do your scripting or journaling your sigils or whatever, your method is of using the laws of attraction. It's very important to, once you set down those vibrations in motion, to forget about it. Just don't think about the goal. I mean, like, you go ahead and you do everything you need to achieve it, but you don't sit there, damn, when am I going to get this money? Or when is this going to happen? Or, or what about that Tesla? Or whatever, it is, and so on and so forth. It's just be patient. Everybody has their own incubation and gestation period. It's basically what a incubation and gestation period is the time we use in order for the dreams to prosper. So in nature, like frequency has natural courses, be patient. Just like, you plant a flower and, you don't go outside and expect the flower to be grown overnight. It's a process that needs to be built. Like sometimes, you have certain plants that grow within a week. Others take 6 months. Everything has its own growing time. Just like every person is different. Every person has their own growth time. Step 5 is something that I do daily. I try to do it. I spend at least 15 minutes a day, or I try to, on scripting and journaling, because it's a really important fact, because I feel like when you sit down and you write it and you keep saying it, you start to believe it. And the more times you say something, the more you believe it. So scripting and journaling and showing your gratitude especially is really important. So it's, what I like to do is when I wake up in the morning is to start my day with gratitude. You wake up, you thank whoever your higher power is for, the breath that you've taken, because a lot of people won't be there tomorrow. You wake up and you're grateful for things you have. I'm grateful I have a blessed and loving family. I'm grateful for the house I live in. I'm grateful for the car that I have. I'm grateful for, the food in my fridge. Whatever it is that you have to be grateful for, make sure you give gratitude to it daily. Because, it's without it that we couldn't prosper. Number 6 also goes along with the gratitude trait is it's important every day to have your verbal affirmations. Now it could be anything. Whatever makes you happy about yourself should be the affirmations that you put in concrete. So it could be anything. I am great. I am happy. I am whole. I am healthy. It's whatever it is. I'm an amazing person. I'm a great artist. I'm a talented musician. Which whatever it is in your heart that you feel is the greatest about you, affirm yourself daily. Because this is also what we use to assert ourselves, assert our affirmations, and to bring our frequencies higher. Because without these positive affirmations, you cannot create positive thoughts or positive vibes. Another tool that you can use is, daydreaming and imagination. Like, a lot of people do these naturally. Like, you daydream, you're walking down, or you're sitting on the bus, you got a couple of stops, and you sit down and, you start daydreaming about how days will be. Trick is to keep everything positive. So, use this as a tool, like daydream yourself, how exactly you're going to get this money in. Daydream about yourself getting that job that you want. Daydream about yourself walking in and, being able to sign that lease on the house you want. Being able to go in and, getting the loan that you need so you could go back to school. Whatever it is that you need, daydream about it. Think about it. Spend those couple minutes and just let it go. Just like it's a regular daydream. And then another tip that you can do to help yourself with these affirmations is to set, on your phone, or to even have, note cards laying around the house. For a long time, I had sticky notes posted all over my walls and my fridge and on the doors and stuff, my mirrors, just basically little things that, reminding me who I am and what makes me happy to be me. It's really important, like I said, to change your mindset, because the more positively you think, the more you feel. And the more you feel, the more vibrations you send out. Another important thing that we tend to forget to do in New York is smile. Sometimes a smile goes a long way. That sends positive vibes. And, smiling to somebody else also sets their vibes up for a good day. It's those little things that you could do, because, making somebody else's day better is going to bring you better karma and better luck. And that also brings better frequencies to you, because when we look out to improve somebody else's day, our day improves because of the vibrations we sent out, because it's karma happening. So, also it's when feeling negative, which is number 10, is remind yourself of one thing you are grateful for. So, like I said, you wake up in a bad mood because, I don't know, whatever situation happened. I broke up with my boyfriend. You wake up in the morning and make sure you remind yourself you went through a horrible fight with your boyfriend. But then you need to remind yourself, okay, well, I'm still a great individual. I'm still strong. I'm still smart. Or whatever it is that you're going through, make sure you have affirmations to make sure that you can combat negative vibes. Because the more negative vibes we have, the lower our frequency drops. So it's very important to maintain these and to make sure that we just go through them daily. I know I went over these really quickly, but if you have any questions or comments, you could do so below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, the Crone Wolf Network, so that way you can see this and future videos. And well, I love to hear from you guys. So I want to know, your stories of manifestation, how, even tips that you have, or, how you can do it differently. It's very important to have that feedback. So I would appreciate it below if you guys, just take a minute to write below if it's working for you, if it's not, that you adjusted, or whatever the case may be. But I hope this video helps. I hope that you guys subscribe and click the little bell to get the notifications for future videos, so we can learn more together. Again, this was Heart Divinity with the Crone Wolf Network, and I'll see you shortly.